This video will cover how to associate a rubric with an item in your Blackboard course shell. When using a rubric, please note that rubrics can be associated with assignments, blogs, journals, wikis, discussion forums, and threads, as well as essay, short answer, and file responses in test questions. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to model attaching a rubric to an assignment in a weekly content folder. If you already have an item made that you want to attach a rubric to, you're simply going to select the gray chevron next to your item and select Edit. If you are making a new item, the option to attach a rubric will appear in that process. So once I opened up my assignment that I want to add a rubric to, I'm going to scroll to the grading area. Here you will see a line that says Associated Rubrics. From here, you have three options to attaching a rubric. You can select the first one if you want to select a rubric that you've already made from your rubric section in Course Tools, which I addressed in my previous video. So selecting that will bring you to a pop-up window, and it will display all of your rubrics that you have made. And all you need to do is check the rubric or rubrics that you want to bring in to your assignment. If you're bringing in multiple rubrics, please do note that only one rubric can be used for grading and the other can be used as a secondary evaluation. So if I have two rubrics selected, you will see under the type which one is being used for grading and which one is being used for secondary evaluation. You can use this drop-down menu to switch which one is being used for grading and which one is being used for evaluation. The other two options are to create a brand new rubric right within an item. This will again bring up a pop-up window that will walk you through creating a rubric. So giving the rubric a name and a brief description if you choose, and then working through the rubric grid to change, add, eliminate criteria rows and level of achievement columns. If you're making one from new, once you have it complete, you will just press the Submit button and it will appear for you. The third option is to make a new rubric but using a pre-existing rubric as a template. So create from existing, you will select a rubric that you've already made, and then you can go in and make changes to this new copy. And when you select this option, the name will come up as copy of, so this way you're not changing the original rubric. There are three icons that are located to the left of each rubric. The first one is a red X. So if you've attached a rubric that you no longer need or no longer want, all you have to do is press the X and the rubric will be taken out. If you just want to view the rubric, you'll select the second icon, which will again bring up a pop-up where you can quickly glance at the rubric that's attached. And the final one is if you need to make any edits to the attached rubric, you will press the third one with the pencil icon. Looking all the way to the right, you will see how a rubric will be shown to students. The default is to have it on No View, so you'll see the option crossed out with a red line and the word No next to it. You can change this by hovering over the icon and you will see three options appear. The first one says Yes with rubric scores. So this will allow students to see your rubric as well as the scoring value you have attached to it, regardless if it's points or percentage or point or percentage range. They will be able to see those. The second one is where students can see the rubric but without the scores. And the third option is to allow students to see the rubric after the assignment or item has been graded. Then they will be able to have access to the rubric. So that is the process to attaching a rubric or rubrics to an item in your Blackboard course. Please do note again that you can have multiple rubrics, but only one can be used as a primary grading rubric and the other will be used as a secondary evaluation.